Your cat just ate 20 minutes ago, and now they're meowing at your feet like they haven't eaten all week. You feed them, they stop. Then an hour later, same thing. It feels endless. So what's going on? Why does your cat constantly beg for food, even when they just ate? First, you need to understand that cats don't always beg out of hunger. Yes, some are genuinely hungry, especially if they're not getting enough calories or nutrients. But in many cases, begging is a habit, not a need. Cats are creatures of routine. If you feed them every morning right after waking up, they start to expect it. They don't check the clock. They hear your footsteps, the coffee machine, and that triggers the same message. Food is coming. And if it doesn't, they start begging. This behavior gets reinforced quickly. Every time you give in, even with a tiny snack, you're teaching your cat that meowing equals food. And that habit sticks. But it's not always behavioral. Sometimes, constant begging points to an underlying issue. If your cat is begging all the time, eating rapidly, and still losing weight, that could be a sign of hyperthyroidism, diabetes, or a digestive issue where nutrients aren't being absorbed properly. In these cases, the body thinks it's starving, no matter how much food is coming in. Other times, it's about what's in the bowl. Cats need a high-protein, meat-based diet. If they're eating food that's low in protein and filled with carbs, they won't stay full for long. You can feed a large volume of low-quality food and still end up with a cat that's constantly hungry. So how do you fix it? Start by checking the food label. Make sure animal protein is the first ingredient, and that it's not loaded with fillers like corn, wheat, or pea protein. Next, break up the feeding schedule. Instead of 2 large meals, offer 3 or 4 smaller ones. You can also use an automatic feeder to separate you from the begging pattern. Your cat learns to associate food with the feeder, not your presence. Add enrichment. Sometimes cats beg for food because they're bored. If eating is the only interesting part of their day, they'll focus on it. Play with your cat. Use puzzle feeders. Give them things to explore. That alone can reduce food-seeking behavior. And finally, don't rule out medical issues. If the behavior started suddenly, or if it's paired with weight loss, vomiting, or drinking more than usual, it's time to talk to your vet. Begging isn't always about hunger. It's communication. Your cat's trying to tell you something. The key is figuring out whether that something is physical, emotional, or just a habit you helped create. If this helped you understand your cat's behavior better, subscribe. Because solving the begging starts with understanding what's really behind the meow.